If an American aerospace company builds a vehicle capable of reaching orbit and landing itself back on Earth, they often show it off in a surprising place. Usually, they pack it up and fly it to Europe. For decades, international expos like the Paris and Farnborough air shows have centralized the industry. This is where multi-billion-dollar commercial contracts are signed and the narrative of aerospace innovation is written, largely outside the United States. This creates a disconnect with the actual data. This chart shows that Florida's Space Coast alone handles 40% of all global rocket launches, outperforming the combined volume of every other spaceport on Earth. While the U.S. leads the world in launch frequency, it continues to cede the industry's economic spotlight and narrative focus to foreign showcases. NASA Administrator Jared Isaacman intends to challenge this dynamic. Ahead of America's 250th birthday, the agency is executing a strategic pivot to anchor the industry's attention in the United States. It's called Max Power. In November 2026, NASA will host a massive domestic expo designed to showcase the combined engineering weight of both the public and private sectors. NASA provides the historic venue, but the event itself carries no cost for federal taxpayers. The operation relies entirely on private sponsorships and a close partnership with Space Florida. This maneuver positions NASA as a strategic economic coordinator, using its facilities to pull the global aerospace market back to American soil. The event will take place at the Shuttle Landing Facility at Kennedy Space Center. This iconic runway, which supported decades of crew arrivals and returns, is being opened to the public for the first time for an event of this scale. NASA's Aeronautics Division will showcase modified F-15 and FA-18 testbeds. These aircraft are utilized to carry experimental hardware payloads into high-altitude environments for critical atmospheric research. They will also display the X-59. This airframe features a highly specific aerodynamic profile, engineered to solve the physics of breaking the sound barrier over land without generating a loud sonic boom. The agency is pushing toward even higher velocities. They have announced work on a Mach 10 aircraft project, a vehicle capable of reaching extreme hypersonic speeds in the upper atmosphere. These atmospheric aircraft serve as high-speed proving grounds. The sensors and aerodynamics tested here provide the data necessary for future systems operating in deep space. On the tarmac, visitors will find commercial test landers and rovers from private partners, like SpaceX and Blue Origin, highlighting the tangible reality of the current lunar program. The timing of the expo coincides with the assembly of the Artemis 3 rocket inside the nearby vehicle assembly building. That specific hardware is being prepared for a 2028 mission to return American astronauts to the lunar surface. Beyond the landing vehicles, the expo features the modular components and structural hardware designed for a permanent moon base. Visitors will be standing inches away from flight-ready components. The system's engineers are currently assembling to build humanity's first outpost on another world. NASA is already looking toward late 2028 and the launch of the SR-1 Freedom mission, which will extend American operations into deep space. This mission pivots to nuclear power. Chemical rockets provide high thrust but burn fuel quickly. Nuclear thermal propulsion offers high efficiency for interplanetary transit, directly impacting travel times. Sustained thrust over long distances drastically shortens the journey between Earth and Mars. Sustaining these programs requires a new generation of engineers, pilots, and scientists to maintain the Martian outposts of the future. Max Power serves as a global declaration. It is a calculated fusion of public legacy and private enterprise, designed to ensure that the next era of aerospace innovation is anchored in the United States.